All right, hi, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on wherever you're listening from. Nice to be here again. It's another good time. It's another opportunity for us to learn more about Dojima Network, and it's another wonderful time for us to explore the beauties around the blockchain space. Thank you all for joining us. All right, so it's just really nice to have you all join us once again. Thank you all for taking out little time from your busy schedule to listen to us. So today edition of our Twitter space, we be hosting or we'll be having a guest from the donor team join us. So I want to believe they are here already. Could you just send us a request so we could bring you up in the speaker role?
Hello, Dono team. So, if you guys are here, just request to speak so that you can become one of the speakers.
So hi Akili. Hi.
Yeah,
How you doing?
yeah, I'm doing great, Vitalik. Yeah, uh, everyone right now is talking about the Arbitrium airdrop, and Bitcoin is at the 9-month high right now.
Yeah, the average from airdrop. I personally, I wasn't lucky enough to get it, though I tried participating in it, but I just wasn't lucky enough. I had to refresh my wallet over and over and over to see if I got it, but I did not.
Yeah, a few lucky people out there who got so much.
Yeah, and then the Web3 space has been the buzz about the Arbitrum airdrop, like everywhere. Anywhere you look, you're just saying, I got the AV airdrop.
Yeah, yeah, and the momentum has been picking up in the space with Bitcoin being at the 9-month high. Uh, Everyone are looking at a bright Web3 future.
Yeah, everyone was really, especially my colleagues, they were quite really, really happy to see Bitcoin bouncing back. And then we hope this time around it stays and not just go down again. Do you think we're gradually approaching the bull market, or you think this is just the whole volatility stuff? We know Bitcoin to be that it has a tendency of coming down back to $20 to $20,000.
Uh, Maybe this might be a smaller bull run for 2023, but I'm really very bullish for the 2024 market. 2024 as Bitcoin halving is going to take place in 2024. That's when everyone in the crypto space is very bullish on. Once the Bitcoin halving happens in 2024, then yeah, from then on, it'll Bitcoin is going to see new heights.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are optimistic, and we just hope it keeps going up. But obviously, like you said, we're expecting it to reach a new 80 hedge in 2024. But for now, it's definitely going to be playing within the 20K to 30K. It might just climb a bit above 30K, but obviously, it's going to come down back, probably bounce back to 20K. Anyway, I think we have the donor team here. Hi.
Yeah,
Hello. Uh, Akhil, can you give access to Akshat? He has requested.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Uh,
so we
I've
can
been doing
give
that.
access to Akshat as well.
I've been doing that. I think the network is acting up because after more than giving him access, I even tried send him request to accept the mic, but the network has been acting up. I think it should be better if he leaves the call, then join back. Then I will send him direct request to join. That could work.
Yeah, Akshat, you can just leave the call once and join back so that we can try to join you again, give you speaker access.
All right. So while we wait for him to join, hi Hemens, what's up? How are you doing?
Yeah, great.
Oh,
Excited to be here. From
how's your week been on the crypto space? Did you get the Arbitrum airdrop? Or are you excited seeing Bitcoin going above 26K, touching 27?
Yeah, it's quite fascinating, like how the boom is happening right here as well, and it's slowly catching up with the rest of the world.
Okay. Once again, nice to have you join us today. I think Ashat is still experiencing the issue. I think it's just best, Ashat, if you can hear me, could you exit the call and then join back because we're still having the same issue. All right, thank you. So while we wait for Akshat to join back, we just go on with Hemant, or should we wait for him to join us before we kickstart officially?
I think we should wait for the rest of the members to join. Just give them 2 minutes.
All right, that'll be great.
Okay. Yeah. In the meanwhile, I'll just give you little updates on what's happening in the Dojima network. So, we recently are done with our W3 summit, where we were one of the title sponsors for the Blockathon event. We received around 10 presentations in the Blockathon, which were really good. And one of our winners from the January hackathon, MQ, were also there as one of the participants. And there was one other team named Doji Fund, which is a which basically pulls in assets, which basically pulls in. It's like a Web3 investment platform for new protocols, something like a launchpad, and for the cross-chain space. That we made sure that comes on top, one of the top three positions. So yeah, there were many other presentations as well, and we'll be releasing those videos as well on our YouTube channel. And coming to this, let me give you a brief overview of the Dono team. Yeah, like in the meanwhile, you just Hemant, you can ask your team to just leave and join once more so that Vitalik can give them access. So yeah, so we organized the IIT hackathon on March 3rd and 4th, where a lot of participants showed enthusiasm. And the presentations were made by these guys. The teams that were present there were really good, and especially the Dono team. They just in one day they completed their mobile application. They even prepared a web app, and they came up with the concept on the same day. So they've done a lot on the same day, and they're very worth to be the winners of the hackathon. And the Dono team also wanted to take their idea to an actual startup. They're actually working on that idea. So let's hear more from in their words about their project.
Yeah, hi. So I think all the members are here, so you can share it.
Sorry. Can you be more audible? Are you using a headset? Because
Yeah, yeah.
we can benefit from here. I would appreciate
Yeah.
it if you can talk directly.
Can you hear me right now, or am I not audible?
No, you're not. You're not. I can barely hear you.
Just give me a second.
I don't know. Okay, those on the listener row, if you can hear him, could you just send an emoji just to confirm that I'm not the only one who can hear him. If you can't hear him, just send an emoji because
Yeah,
we need to be sure to
we can
communicating with
hear
everyone.
him, but the clarity of the voice is not that good.
Yeah, yeah, not
But we
clear,
can
not
hear you.
clear. Yeah, it's of no point talking if you're not making sense if we can hear you. So I would suggest you take out the headset and talk directly to your mic.
Okay,
Or to your
can you
speaker.
hear me right now?
Perfect. It's beautiful now. Go on.
Okay,
Thank you.
perfect.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, with Lick, you can start with questions.
Okay, so let's start with like just a bit of an introduction. So my name is Shaurya. I am from IIT Delhi, and I'm part of the donor team. My teammates were Himanshu and Akshat, who are both over here.
Yeah, short introduce us. I'm Himanshu from Computer Science Department, IT Delhi, and part of the donor team. And we win the hackathon together.
All right, nice to have you join us. I think Akshat is still having this network issues because I don't know why he's unable to come up in the speaker role. So we just have to proceed without
Yeah, so
him or while he's trying to join in.
I'll just speak from Himanshu's end. My name is Akshat. I'm a student at IIT Delhi along with my teammates in the hackathon, and it's really nice being here.
All right, nice to have you guys join us. Once again, I just wanted to say a big congratulations for really winning the Dojima Hackathon. I went through what you said, I went through what you guys did. I must say, I was really, really impressed, man. I love what you guys built, and a big congratulations once again. Am I rugging? Because it looks like I am.
No, you're audible. You're audible, Whitley. Yeah. Uh,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just get going. So, could you just tell us a little bit? I know I can only try to do that, but I would appreciate it. You try to you tell us a little bit more about the Dono and just talk to us what's Dono, what exactly is it all about?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. So, so in IIT Delhi over here, right, we have a really good culture of social entrepreneurship promoted, right? And because all three of us are from a fairly technical background, so we decided that we wanted to create a project that has strong societal impact while merging, the technology of blockchain, the trustless environment of blockchain. And when we, ideated on that day, we realized that there's a strong gap when it comes to the donation space and the transparency in the donation space in specific, right? So we decided that we identified three problems essentially. One was that there is barely any transparency when it comes to donations and especially user donations to charities. The second was that there was extremely high middleman costs. Like many of the companies that currently do this in the Web2 space charge a 5 to 10% commissions fees on each and every donation that is made. And the third thing was that apart from tax deductions, there were barely any user incentives when it came to actually giving charity. So we decided to use the technology of blockchain to solve all three of these issues simultaneously because we know that blockchain is a trustless environment, right? So we can allow the user to track all the donations directly on the network, right, through a simple UI that's made on our app that allows them to transparently track each and every donation. um, so we did a lot of research and a lot of analytics on this, and are currently developing, the app that allows the user to do this. The middleman costs we managed to eliminate using the low transaction cost that's available to us using the crypto space right now. As you know, the gas fees and the gas costs are very low nowadays, and the fees that we are taking are at a 0% commission, which enables us, to be positioned very uniquely in the market.
Oh, great, great, great. So, this brings me to my next question because I just can't help but wonder why did you choose the social entrepreneur aspect? Why going through social entrepreneurship space? Why didn't you just think of other areas to focus on?
Yeah, so like Shaurya mentioned, there's a very good social entrepreneurship culture here at IT Delhi, and and also like all three of us really wanted to like make a change, and like because of our technical backgrounds, so we find an opportunity like integrating what we're good at and what we want to do. So that is the main reason behind why we chose this space.
Oh, great, oh, great. Okay, so from what you've just said, I wouldn't help but wonder. Okay, like why did you do that? Why why did you decide to okay you chose the social entrepreneurship space? There has to be a reason other than choosing the social entrepreneurship space. There is reason why you decide to okay come up with this beautiful idea of the donor project. Why did you come up with such an idea?
Can you repeat that question? It's me, Akshat.
All right. You chose this social entrepreneurship space for donor projects. Now, I want to understand, why did you have to come up with a donor project? Why? Because after reading through the Medium article, you decided to venture into the charity organization and try to incorporate it into the blockchain. Then this brings about my question, because I wonder, why the charity area? Why donor?
Yeah,
Why
so
not
let's
every
let's
other thing?
let's start by looking at the collective losses that have happened over the past 5 years, in the charity donation space. So charity donations alone in the past 5 years have lost over $300 billion, and that's just money that we know has been lost. So we have been researching more and more on that, and we believe the number is even bigger than that. So here's an opportunity for us to use tech that's already available thanks to the blockchain, and to just build something out of it, and let's stop having such high arbitrage rates over charity donations. So that's one. The second thing is we just like to build things, and found a purpose with the donor project, and I think that's just the fun of it.
Oh, great. Oh, great. Now, understanding that you just like to do things, and the joy you get from becoming part of something and then seeing it work, it's a very strong motive for you to go into whatever you want to do. So I would just bring me to my next questions. I was wondering, okay, after reading this article, I couldn't help but ponder, like, how do you incentivize donors from the obvious
Yeah. So this is actually something very interesting, right? So we know that in the crypto space and in the blockchain space in general, there is something called the NFT, right? Which is a non-fungible token that can be minted at almost zero cost, right? So what we do is that the charities that tie up with us and they come on board our platform, we tie up with them and we allow them to enable incentivization for their donors at a very low cost. And what happens is that we, in collaboration with them, create this NFT that is like specific and unique to that charity. And then, as a function of, let's say I am the 100th donor on this charity, and I'm donating, let's say, $1,000, right? So as a function of the volume of donations that have happened before me and the amount that I'm donating, I get a unique, that much unique of an NFT sent to me after my donation is done. So this acts as like a donation certificate, except you can sell it further on the market, right? So it allows the user to be incentivized and the charity to build a brand value, right? Because this NFT would be unique to the charity and to the donor project. So this would build brand value as well, and would allow the user to sell this further, this donation certificate, right? Which allows them to get further incentivized to actually donate in the first place.
Okay, okay, great. So, Emmanuel's donor is also thinking about NFTs, right?
Yeah, we're trying to incorporate NFTs into the project. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, what about in terms of proposing a fee or commission?
Yeah. So we
Yeah,
are going to.
so when it comes to
Sorry, Will.
commission fees and actual fees in general, right? We want this to have the highest social impact possible. Right? We want the donor project to be, one of like to completely eliminate transaction friction. That's our end term mission, right? So if we even take like a small commission fee, then that defeats our entire purpose. So we have actually modeled our numbers and figured out that apart from very minimal transaction costs, okay, we don't need to take any commission fees at all. So we actually have a revolutionary model where we're taking a 0% commission fee for each donation that's made, and our sustainability is based on user donations for this noble cause, right? Just like Wikipedia or Khan Academy work, because we need a very, very small amount of donation to actually hedge against a very large amount of commission fee and transaction cost, right? And apart from this, we also decided that apart from a 0% commission fee, the transaction cost as well would be hedged by us almost entirely. So this is all highlighted in our white paper that we have posted on our website, which can be reviewed by anyone who wants to see it. This is all in the spirit of transparency that the donor project tries to propagate.
Okay, yo, if you can recall when I set it up earlier, I really give you guys an applaud in terms of what I saw from the article, and I really liked it. But I had this fear within me. We've seen series of nice projects come up. We've seen beautiful projects beautiful start up that gets really nice fundings, and they started off quite well, but at the long run, you just can't really say anything about them anymore. You barely can find them in the space anymore. So my issue is in terms of sustainability, how do you guys tend to sustain this
Yeah.
project?
Yeah, so that's a really great question, right? So the question is that how do we ensure long-term sustainability? Now, the point is that uh, the entire point of actually having blockchain based transactions and trackability and the authenticity of the transaction is that unlike almost all sort of data that is collected nowadays, the data that we would possess would be completely authentic because it would be verifiable data, right, based on the blockchain. So as any great like machine learning or data scientist knows, the main issue with actually creating any model is the authenticity of the data that they have, and no one currently has authentic data on charities, right? So over the course of 4 to 5 years, when we sustain ourselves using CSR donations from companies and user donations to just hedge against the basic commission fees and the transaction costs, right? Our goal after 5 years is that once we have a large enough user base, right, we'll be able to collect enough data and enough authentic data in that, such that we'll be able to create models and sell it to or not exactly sell it, but leverage it to go and give it to help, let's say, investigation agencies to benchmark against charity fraud in other organizations or governments that have governmental agencies that are suspected of strong charity fraud, or create a ranking system or a rating system for different charities and give a like a 5-star 4-star rating to charities based on this completely authentic data. So our long term play is actually as a data aggregation platform where we make sure to aggregate all this authentic data and then leverage it in the future.
Okay, great, great. That's quite great. That's quite great. It's just good to know that there are a lot of plans in terms of sustainability of the project. So the last one, often project success rate is tied to community. So my question is there any way that the community can assist donor?
So, uh, we estimate that in the short run, uh, the entire project can be up and running with a, we are estimating something on the lines of about $100,000, and we aim that the community comes and invest that amount, that capital in us with us, and we hope that we can start to like roll out the first phases of the product within the next 6 months. And we have disclosed how we aim to use that capital on our website, which we can share if you want. And the goal will be to deliver an MVP as soon as possible so that we can start connecting charities all around the world and people can start using the service.
And one of the things that we want to start is start making an on-ground team that could go and actually verify the charities and help them connect them to out of Web3 space.
Oh, great. Oh, great. So, this is a personal question for me because I was just pondering, like, how did you get to know about the Dojima hackathon? I just couldn't help but wonder.
So that was a blessing from our institution, actually. Uh, Being a technological institution, we constantly have exposure. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are now.
Yeah. What I was saying was, I think it's thanks to our institution only. which constantly gives us exposure to various world class technology and opportunities. We particularly came across Dojima Network because they came to organize a hackathon in our technical fest, Trist IT Delhi. And yeah, that is how we met them.
Okay, great. I want to ask Akai. Akai, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So my question is there any plans, or do you have what's the future for Dono and Dojima Network?
Yeah, Dono is a really great project, and currently they are, as they said, for their MVP to get out, it'll take around 6 months. So they are looking into options where they have minimal transaction costs and faster execution, as well as NFT marketplaces and such. Right now, since Dojima Network is in the testnet phase, they are currently looking at other options where they could get it live immediately. But yeah, over time we will be releasing our stage net by mid of this year, and we'll have a main net scheduled for the end of the year or the first quarter of 2024. So by then, Dono could be one of the project on our platforms where since they also have a requirement of accepting these donations and all these cryptocurrencies, they would be needing a cross-chain platform, a cross-chain infrastructure. To fill that need, Dojima Network is where we'll be there to fill that need for them. So we have a group created with them. So we'll be working closely with them and getting updates regarding their product, and we could work closely with them over time so that Dono gets launched on Dojima Network after the stage net.
Okay, great. So I'm sure the listeners have quite a number of questions they would like to ask the Dono team and also ask the Jima team also. So if you have questions, you could just send on the mic and we'll give you permission to ask your question. All right. While we wait for the listeners to send in their requests and also probably type in their questions, I would want to ask, now, I look at the hackathon process and can imagine how hectic it is. My question is, how do you guys pick the best from all the other applicants or all the other participants of the hackathon?
Wait,
Yeah,
could you repeat?
I think I'll answer that. So yeah, we've been organizing a minimum of couple of hackathons a month. So a lot of hackathons have been going on for the last few months, and yeah, a very good number of projects have been we're getting submissions from very good projects, and coming to selecting the best among them, I should say it's a really difficult decision to make because sometimes we feel around 30 to 40% of the projects are really good, and they are eligible for the top positions, but sometimes uh, we when we previously declare the number of positions for first position or number of positions for the second, so we might be needing to give those positions to the teams. But yeah, if we feel the project or the overall quality of the project is really good, we try to distribute the whole of the prize pool between the projects that are participating and projects that are good for the Dojima ecosystem as well. So yeah, even for projects that didn't win or didn't receive the prize money from the prize pool, we try to create groups with them and try to help them over time to deploy their projects on Dojima Network, and over time we could provide help for them as well.
Okay, so judging from what you've said, I'm beginning to feel tempted to participate in the next hackathon. And I want to ask, when is the next hackathon? When are we expecting the next hackathon to begin? Is there any plan for that? If there is, when?
Yes. Yeah, so next month there's one hackathon going on in Jaipur. So we're partnering up with them. So we're partnering with Hack the Leaks. So that's a group for organizing hackathons. So last year when they organized the first version of the Hack the Leak, which is an online version, there were around 2,000 participants and around 186 projects that got submitted. And this time they're organizing a physical hackathon in Jaipur. So yeah, we are collaborating with them, and Dojima Network will be there on next month, the 7th and 8th in Jaipur.
Okay, I think it's beginning to look very interesting. I'll try and make preparation to say if I could be part of it. I definitely. I try.
Yeah, it's a physical one, but yeah, you'll get a chance when on the next online hackathon.
Yeah, okay, so when is the next online hackathon? Because since I can't be there physically, depending on my location, when is the next online one?
Yep, we're finalizing few things with the marketing manager. We'll give an update on the social channels.
Oh, great. Oh, great. That would be wonderful. So I'll be looking out for that personally. Okay, I think we have two persons who have indicated interest in having, I think they got some questions for Dono team. And yeah, Lucy, what's up? Can you hear me? If you can go on with your question.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Loud and clear.
Okay. So I read the article about this donor project, and I was wondering what happens. Like, what do you guys do when these cryptocurrency donations drop in prices? What's the plan for that?
Yeah, the donor team, you guys here? You heard the question?
Could you please repeat the question? We couldn't hear the question.
All right. So I said I read the article on your project, and I was wondering what happens when the cryptocurrency donations prices reduce, like those donations for the several organizations. When the cryptocurrency prices reduce, what's the plan for it? What do you guys do?
Yeah. So the thing is that when a person donates, right, they donate in either fiat or cryptocurrency, and then we convert. Like if they donate in fiat, we convert it to cryptocurrency. If they donate in cryptocurrency, we do a direct transaction to the charity in cryptocurrency itself, and the arbitrage, right, at any given moment is immediate. So if you donate, let's say to a charity, right, in let's say 1 Bitcoin, the charity gets to use that 1 Bitcoin as the asset it is at that moment, right? So if they want to convert it into fiat, it's up to them. If they want to keep it in Bitcoin, it's up to them. The point of crypto nowadays is that the volatility has decreased so much that the confidence in the project can be made much higher, right? So because the volatility has decreased a lot, that's why this sort of project is now possible. So that would be our answer.
Okay, Lucy, I want to believe you've gotten an answer to your question, right? Oh, great. Viola, are you there?
Yeah, hi everyone.
Hi. Nice to have you join us.
I'm pleased to be here. Thank you, host. Thank you, donor team, and thank you, Dojima. So I just have a couple of questions to ask, right? The first goes to donor project. So how do you verify pirate charity organization? Is there like a way you guys verify all this charity organization before listing it on your platform or before they get? Yeah, that's number one question I have for you. I don't know if you got that question.
We got that question, yeah.
Okay, then
Is there any other question that you have?
yes, I have another question. So the second question, going through your article, I found out that you guys have weaknesses, right? I mean, it's okay for every business to have weakness. So how do you, for your weakness, how do you intend to, create awareness and also at the same time change perception of people so that they can actually invest into your project? Do you get the second question?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, we got the questions. Yeah, thank you for
Then
the questions.
okay,
Very insightful.
okay. Then my final question
Um,
goes to. Can you hear me? Thank.
Um, I feel we should just take it one after the other. So once turn to the first question, you could ask the other one, and once they're done, we could just take it like that. It's going to be a bit easier.
Yeah, Shaurya, you can answer the first question.
Okay, yeah. So as we mentioned before, right? So 14% of the, based on our analytics, right? 14% of the charity fraud that happens due to fake beneficiaries. And of course, it's a huge problem that has to be solved. And we have allocated some of the funds that we will raise, right, to a specialized ground team, right, that will do the groundwork required to ensure that the charity or the cause that is being donated to us, tied up with us, is in fact a legitimate one. For this, already a lot of the Web2 companies do a lot of such research already. Like, for example, GoFundMe, they take a couple of documents from the cause to verify the cause. Obviously, our verification would be much more robust, and for that, we have also again posted a white paper on our website that can be read through. The website is in the chat, right? So you can click on the link and see the breakdown of the funds, and we've allocated a good amount to make sure that the legitimacy of the charity is maintained. As for your second question, in terms of I believe weaknesses of the business.
So
Yeah, yeah.
every business has a weakness. So the first weakness that we presented is the limited adoption and awareness of the blockchain technology. Now, we believe with the exponential rise in the adoption of the blockchain technology that has taken place over, let's say, the past 3 or 4 years, we predict that that will no longer be an issue. And as the donor project will grow into bigger and into a bigger form, the awareness and the usage of the blockchain technology will also increase. The second weakness that we had mentioned, that was mentioned in the article, that was the probable competition. Now, we believe that all Web2 players will be out of the competition as soon as we propose our revolutionary uh, payments model. As far as other Web3 competitors go, well, we cannot stop anyone from entering the space. What we can just do is try to ensure that we have the best possible product ever.
Okay, thank you.
Also, I would like to add that the authenticity of the data that we provide, I think that is also a part of our MVP that other competitors will find hard to like immediately cover up to us.
Yeah, you will, Viola.
Yeah.
Your question.
Yes, that's done for donor. Then for Dojima. So I want to find out what is your long-term plans for hackathon event. So, you've been doing this for a couple of months now. So I just wanted to find out what's your long-term, do you have any long-term plans for the continuity of the hackathon event? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for the question, Viola. So we will be organizing hackathons continuously. Since we launched our testnet in December, we've been continuously organizing hackathons from then on. And the hackathons will be continuous, and we'll be organizing them over time. And so until now, we've been organizing our own standalone hackathons as well as a few online hackathons. But all of these hackathons have been our own hackathons. But yeah, along with our own hackathons, we will be partnering with other bigger ecosystem hackathons like ETH India Hackathon, ETH Global Hackathons, as well as Solana Hacker Houses and other Polkadot. So we'll start focusing on ecosystem hackathons of each of the chains that we are connected to. Since we are cross-chain platform, we will be needing to onboard players from all these chains. So our next target would be organizing hackathons in collaboration with all these chain partners that we have. So yeah, over time you'll see more and more hackathons from Dojima Network.
Oh, great. Thanks for answering.
All right, Aviola, thanks for asking. Okay, thanks for asking. And yeah, a big thank you to all those who requested the mic to ask their questions. So I want to ask, okay, we are approaching the end of Q1, and I want to believe there are plans for Dojima, by Dojima team for Q2. So what are we expecting in this Q2?
So this Q2, so until now, as I said, until now we've been organizing our standalone hackathons. So now we've been receiving requests from a lot of hackathon organizers to partner with them and take the product forward along with in their hackathons. So one thing is we'll be collaborating with these hackathons. So sitting up with the marketing manager and meticulously planning on which hackathons should we choose and which cities should we go for. Also, we'll also be moving to organize international hackathons as well. So probably partnering with ETH global hackathons that happen worldwide. And apart from this, coming to the technological side, there are few things that few updates that will be coming from our side. We'll be launching these cross-chain connections, the cross-chain connections with the teams, so that both data transfer as well as NFTs and token transfer could be enabled, and custom connections could be made directly from contracts. So this will be the next major upgrade that is going to come probably in a month's time. So the whole team is currently working on that, and yeah, this will be the next major upgrade on the technical side. And yeah, once that's released, and we'll be testing it out on the upcoming hackathons. So yeah, and we've also created groups with all the existing hackathon winners as well as like other existing hackathon teams. So we will be carefully talking to them and guiding them over time. We'll be taking updates from them, and we'll also form a team to monitor all these hackathon teams and then provide
Давай
guidance
थोड़े
and
बहुत तो हो
support
ही
over time.
सकता है.
Yeah, sorry, I think your mic is on.
All right, thank you. So I just found out that someone asked a question in the comment section. Okay, this question is from Henry Noske. So this question is directed to the donor team. My question: how do you get organizations or individuals to list their charities on your platform? Do you reach out to them, or they just discover the platform and apply to reach out? That's the first question. The second one: how do you implement your vetting of this charity that will be listed on donor? All right, so this goes out to donor team. I want to believe one of you.
Yeah, so the first question, right, which is that how do we get charities on board? So, there are already, there is a player who, who just of the pure benefit of charities actually accepting donations in crypto is running an entire successful company right now called the Giving Block. And if they can do this just based off the benefit of accepting donations in crypto and the trackability of these and the transparency of these donations, I believe that with these additional benefits and this additional technology that we're providing, charities would actually like to come on board with us and use our platform to get donations. Apart from that, obviously we would be reaching out to certain charities and certain players who we believe would like to be part of this transparency revolution and this this new age donation system that we are creating right now. So, and to the second question, I believe that we already answered, how our ground team would be, implementing this particular, checking whether or not the charity is legit and, making sure the cause makes sense or not. So, yeah, I think both have already been answered.
Oh, great. Okay. Thank you for answering it again. Yeah, thank you. So, that note, we are almost coming to an end of today's wonderful space. I, for one, have learned quite a lot. So, I would just want to know any last words from the donor team. You've got any last words for us?
Yeah, so thank you so much for being such patient listeners and bearing with our technical difficulties that we had in the start. So the only thing that we have at the end is like an appeal to the community, right? Because the donor project can't come off the ground without the support of this wonderful community. So we have posted a link to our website in the chat below, and we would love it if each one of you could take out the time to just read through the reason why we need to raise the funds we want to raise, and if you would like to pledge any even tiny amount to get this noble cause off the ground, then we would love it if you could just look at the website and fill in the pledge form, and we will get back to you shortly as to how you can actually help contribute to Dono as a project. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much.
All right, great. I just saw we have questions still pouring in. Akhil, do we still have more time to entertain one or two questions?
Yes. So is it for the donor team or Dojima?
It's for the donor team. I don't know if the donor team also have time at their end to entertain one more question because I just know.
Yeah, for sure. We can entertain another question.
Oh, great. Oh, great. Okay. So this question is from Young Boy. His question is, what challenges what challenges you face when developing? Okay, I think he meant what challenges do you face when developing donor projects? That's the number one question. Then the number two is, are there any more features you would like to add to your project in the future?
Yeah, so for the first question, obviously, just the ideation and the financial modeling that goes behind figuring out what's the best way to create the highest social impact while still having a sustainable project was the biggest challenge that we faced. And apart from that, of course, the where we expect Dojima network to come in the future is to enable our cross-chain technology and to allow for these extremely low transaction costs and this tokenized incentivization that we provide to our donors. And of course, for the second question, which is that if there are more features that we would like to add in the future, well, I would say just look out for the MVP that we'll be releasing, and that would clarify that question quite a lot. So.
Oh, great. Thank you for attending to that question. I knew it came in unexpectedly, and then you just did justice to it. You did a very great one. Thanks again. So, on the final notes, Akhil, do you have any last word for us before we call it a day?
Uh, Thanks for the donor team for attending today's Twitter space. And we are continuously organizing hackathons. Just stay tuned with Dojima Twitter channel as well as any other social channel for that sake to get to stay updated on all the hackathons that we organize as well as any bounties or airdrops that we organize to participate in them and be part of them and win prizes. Cool. And as told, the next upcoming hackathon is at Jaipur's hackathon. It's going to be a physical hackathon. And I don't know, we are still discussing on that. But if there is an online track in that, then anyone could participate on the online track. So we'll give you more information on that in the coming days. So stay tuned to Twitter, guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. A big shout out to the listeners, big shout out to our speakers, a big shout out to everyone here. It was really, really nice to have you guys here, and it was an interesting space. I personally learned quite a lot, and I'll be looking out for the next hackathon event. I said earlier, and I meant it. All right, thank you, everyone. It was really nice seeing you guys today. I hope you guys will join us in the next exciting edition. See you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. That's a goodbye from here.